Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Mayfield. They'll try to set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run the draw with Irving. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The Buccaneers at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. You look at this cold defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Now Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Takedown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Looking to put a drive together. Off play action. Richardson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Derek Hall able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now it's Richardson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Richardson. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Colts send out their punter. Deep to return is Darius Davis. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 49-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Colts, nothing.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's out just shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
But you look at this defense. They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And Richardson back to throw it. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 53 yards. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive. turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
You know,
what's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that. And a little spin cycle, room to run now. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. With his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after here coming up. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21, Colts 7.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Powering his way forward. Still going. Inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
21, Colts 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now a handoff running for the middle. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second and 5. And they keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mayfield to throw it. That's caught at the 25. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 120 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give him another shot here on the ground. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. And he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Buccaneers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Let's take over 1st down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
A 39-yard gain on the play. And the Colts.
Richardson off the play fake. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
And a nice job by the 2 of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
First and 10, Taylor now. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take over here up near the 40. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. So what did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
110 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Richardson. A short one there, caught by Warren. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A gain of 21 yards. First down.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Taylor diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So he had a nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. on first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10. Here's a give up the middle. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And they'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Now Richardson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mitchell. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
A gain of 16 yards. First down.
Back to the air with Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They go play action. Mayfield. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He's on his way. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Yaya Diaby. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It's third down. 3rd and 14.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Richardson looking to throw this. Oh, the turnover fuss continues. Here's another interception. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Buccaneers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's Richardson to throw. A short one there, caught by Warren. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll send Mitchell in motion right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Richardson looking to throw. To the left side, he's got Warren, the tight end. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bucs 7-yard line.
Again, it's Richardson. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. QB sneak, Richardson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Colts are back within a score.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Mayfield now. There's a short one taken in by Otten. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have had a few men in the box there.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now Mayfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and then connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time he is in. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bucs are able to add on to that lead. Going after it right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, a good-looking return set up here. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A carry here for the big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Indianapolis.
To the right side, this is Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Tackle made right at midfield. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Richardson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Mayfield now from the 50. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who's going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
And that one results in 35 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 212 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal. To throw, Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Bucs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now Richardson back to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete. Look at the big fella go. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Richardson. Now he's going to step up and run. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
The Colts will line up for
Richardson will throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Baker going to give it to Irving. To the 43, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in second down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Mayfield off the play fake. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one's high, but not very far. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Richardson going to change the play here.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Now Richardson.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Here's Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. And now an audible here into something else. Richardson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now he's into the clear again.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Buccaneers, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
you trying to get crazy with this thing? Don't you know I'm loco?